Hey y'all, Imari Fawuyi here, Find Your Free. I had gotten a note or a little comment that says before even watching, they should treat us fine because Brazilians are Negroes originally. You should see, and they went on. I don't know how to open this comment up, but I wanted to just respond to it because I thought it was an interesting take on things. Race and racism here in Brazil is just a different type of entity and energy altogether because when you come here, you do get the sense that it's more of an, egalitarian place in a certain way because you're not outright being necessarily treated bad by people. I mean, like any city or any place, it might not be the best service or you might not have the most friendliest experience, but you don't necessarily feel like you're straight up being shunned or mistreated outright like the experiences you may have in different parts of America and stuff like that. So it's really tricky, and that's why I did the video that this comment came up under, which is a video about what it's like being black as a foreign person in Brazil, because it can be tricky. You tend to have such a good experience, especially if you are able financially to move around in areas that are considered more high-end, spend money in those areas, and are able to use your US dollars to kind of afford you a different experience here. But for the local Brazilians, they have a long history of, a very uneven playing field where they just haven't even had, it's been a very slow process for them to even gain any real capacity of having access to, the things you would have access to, the universities, having access to higher paying jobs, all of these things. They've been going through it for the longest time since slavery was abolished here in 1888. The next year they had a movement called Branquimento, where they were focused on, trying to import Caucasians from Switzerland, from Germany, from all these places, so that they could come here and mix up with the black population so that they could try to lighten and whiten them out over time, over generations. So, I mean, this is the kind of thing they've been dealing with out here. So, you're treated fine to a degree, but it's not all that it really is underneath the surface, because underneath the surface is a systemic oppression towards people of color who were considered to be more lowly, not as smart, more savage in a certain type of way. They were very much dealing with the social Darwinism concepts, okay? And so that is the basis of the race relations here. So that's pretty dark stuff.